How many times have you ordered something in bulk from Azure and ended up not getting to it before it went bad?
I know that I have ordered plenty of cases of produce that we have had good intention of either preserving or consuming. It comes into our house and the next thing you know, it's 4 weeks later ready to make our next Azure order and we haven't touched it.
The bad news is there's been a lot of food being wasted.
But the good news is that we've finally come up with a solution and we're gonna share that with you today. And for anyone who has not met Zazu, this is Zazu.
Welcome to our very first Azure Standard Quick Tip. This is just one of many to come, and we're excited to share all the quick and easy ways to make the most out of your Azure order.
I can't tell you how many times we have ordered something and it gets pitched or fed to the deer or decomposes in our refrigerator.
Becomes a science project.
Between cases of cabbage or sweet potatoes or apples. Oh my goodness, apples upon apples upon apples.
When we throw food away that we order, I feel like I'm being a poor manager of our resources, and it really puts me in a position where I don't want to make another order.
So I think that's taking it a little bit far. I would say maybe stop with the bulk orders, but I think that there's a better solution because there's so many advantages to buying these items in bulk and preserving them, or just even making sure that we consume them in a way that works.
Apples for breakfast. Apples for dinner!
After dealing with this for far too many years, we finally have a solution, and it involves just 4 simple steps.
Number 1, make a list of all the projects that relate to the items you are purchasing.
You can do this either as you're adding items to your cart or right before you check out. Go through, write down any task related to any of the products that you're buying from Azure that month.
Number 2, go through and schedule out all of the projects on your calendar before you check out.
That's right. I know how easy it is to make a list of things that you need to do, and it might feel like you can get it all done, especially when we're talking about like in the next week or two. The best way that you can do this is to go through and actually block out time to complete all the projects related to all the items you're gonna purchase. You're going crazy. With this, you also want to take into consideration how long your produce type items are going to be good for. We try and schedule all of our more fragile,
time-sensitive
produce in that first week as early in the week as possible, because the earlier you can get it dealt with, the better the quality is going to be. And then some of those other items that aren't so time sensitive, you can schedule those out in the next week or so. Ideally though, we try and do that within the 4 weeks before the next Azure order comes. We don't want to be piling up projects upon projects upon projects.
We got a double batch of cabbage, guys. Number 3, go through and review your schedule on the calendar. Make sure that it's actually realistic.
And then number 4, this is a tricky one. Anything that you do not have time for on your calendar, remove it from your cart.
Before we move on to real life examples of how this actually plays out, we wanted to take a minute and say thank you for those of you who take the time to like this video. When you take the time to click the like button, it enables this video to reach more customers so that they can learn from these quick tips that we share.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, so I just wanted to give you an example of our latest Azure order and what our order task sheet looks like. The number 1 item on this list is to put away the order, because that is always an ordeal in and of itself.
Good idea.
So that should always be at the top of your list, especially if you have decent size orders. Then we have to make sauerkraut, make kimchi, make pickled onions, make pickled jalapenos, cut up and freeze the ginger, cut up and freeze the peppers per the suggestion of one of our lovely viewers. Make sourdough bagels because we are going to be doing a cream cheese sampling. So we want to be able to have some bagels to try out that cream cheese with.
Heck yeah.
Test the new laundry detergent that Vegan Prepper suggested. Store spelt in some Mylar bags. Make sure that the 25 pounds of mandarins that we order get eaten. Start milk kefir grains. This is something that we haven't done in a really long time, and so it's going to be a new adventure again. Restart the yogurt because someone may or may not have eaten the starter that we had. Test some homemade ranch recipes.
I'm really excited to implement this because it will help me stay on track so that I don't end up buying an extra case of apples.
Once again, just 4 simple steps. List your projects, schedule your tasks, confirm your calendar is realistic, and remove any of those items that you don't have time for.
Thanks for joining us on this Azure Standard Quick Tip. Once we have more of these videos put together, we're going to put that playlist right there.
But for now, you can check out some of our favorite Azure hauls down here.